Hey, Mark the Meerkat here from Grok Trade with the trade of the day. And today's trade was on Solo, S-O-L-O. And here it was just after the market opened, and then it dropped and it was down 19% right here at the low. And then it started to climb right back up again. And it was high basing here and it broke out. Missed that particular one. And then it was doing a bull pullback and then starting to high base again. Where was it high basing? Right under this 660. As is exactly right there. That was a resistance point. So I set up a trade ready to go long if it broke out above that area. So let's sit here and see what happened next here. And boom, look at that go. It broke out and I'm in long here at 661 on SOLO. Now I'm going to have a 1% automatic attached stop on that. So that's going to at 655. That was activated when I got filled at 61. So that right there, this is my stop. And it's exactly 1% behind. But it broke out up here. Let's see what happened next here on the breakout, and boom, it's continuing to really climb out of there. So I'm bringing my stop up here to break even stop now, and let's see where it goes from there. And then look at that, it kept hitting its head there. So I set up a half order to get out, and by the time I got it filled, it was pulling back, and I got out here for half at 678 for 2.6% on just that first half. So yeah, this is moving, and it's moving big here. So let's stretch this out a little bit and move it here and see what goes on next here. So now I'm bringing my stop up here in the money right here at 69, because it did come down and tag that area. So now I move my stop up here, and as it rolls back up again using this 8, and then look at that boom. So before it did that, look at that. That's a closing line, which can be a very strong line of support and resistance, and it resisted there slightly and then just exploded. And not only that, look at the volume when it took off. Oh my goodness. Bringing my stop up here just underneath this line. That is such an extension. This might be what we call capitulation. When you get a huge run up like that on big volume. Let's see what happened next here. And it started to pull back, and then it went back, and I was bringing my stop up here, and the 8 EMA here, after the fact, it is now turned down, but on the 8 EMA it was right up in this area. So I brought my stop up to this area here, and then what happened after that? Bam, look at that, it popped up and then dropped right down here, and it stopped me out at 707 for 7% on the second half. So let's take a look at this whole trade here. I got into the trade, and it went on this high base breakout, and then when it stalled up here, I got a half order. Unfortunately, it dropped just as I was trying to get out the half order. Didn't get filled. I got filled here on the half, and then it ran up here, just exploded to the upside, and then up that was a bit of capitulation. They had high volume and a big snap back there, and then when it stopped me out. So this total trade, 4.8% in 12 minutes. Hooah! This is fun. This was just one of 14 trades that we had in the Grok day trading chat room here this morning. As you can see here, we did trade. This is the solo. This is number 8 trade that we just saw here, and then we also had a big trade here. Well, actually, if you look, my first 3 trades were expense trades. I got in and they immediately reversed on me, and that was in the very first part of the market. But then I ended up with a 3% on BlackBerry, and that's this 4.8 there on Solo, and then we got another on MRNI, 1%, another 1% on Solo, and then some expense trades. So overall for the day, we were just 57% success rate, and our target is 60, and 0 errors, but our actual reward risk ratio was 3.3 to 1. That's how we can come up with 12.5% on the day. Hooah! Love it when that happens. And we've had a great trading week so far. We're already at 27% for the week with a 25% target. Now, these are not on portfolio. This is our actual return, our net return on all of our trades, which would be, so what does that work dollar-wise? Well, it depends on how much you're trading per trade. We have a model portfolio at $10,000. So for each 1% of the 10,000 would be $100. So we're up about $2,700 for the week so far with 2 more days to trade. Love it when that happens. Now, if you'd like to learn to trade the Grok Trade way, you can just go to groktrade.com, groktrade.com, and uh, this is where we're going to have our mentoring class, our 301 mentoring class. Now, our mentoring is a long-term program, but it starts off with 3 intense days of training, and we call that our 3-day intensive. And this is where you get the knowledge that you need. But then our mentoring program, then we are there sitting on the co-pilot seat beside you while you begin to trade to apply that wisely to your trading. That's the difference. It isn't just a bunch of knowledge thrown at you. It's knowledge plus the wisdom on how to apply it to your trading. We are traders when we lead that. Now, you can go up here. It says Training Mentor, or you can go right down here where it says Training Mentor, either link. And so here from this from the 301 mentoring page here, you can be signing up for what we call a discovery call. More about that in a moment. But you can read all about what our mentoring program is. Again, it's 3 days of intense training, but then it's from that point forward with your mentors to help you apply it wisely. And you can read about it. There's tons to read about it here. All the way down here, there's even do you qualify? You can take a little test here to see if you have what it takes to be a trader. And again, we'll ask you to we'll talk about your trading with you and see if it's going to be a good fit for you to be in our mentoring program. Oh, here's one of my classes going on there. We were talking about different ways to apply your stop. One of them you ended up with a $19 gain on the trade per share, and this one ended up with $6, depending on which strategy you're using. We talk about that in mentoring. So again, back up here, we want to have a discovery call. The discovery call is just us talking to you about your trading. Go ahead and fill it out here. Not a sales call; it's a discovery call. Talk about your trading and where you're struggling and where things are going well, and see if it might be a good fit for a mentoring program to help you to add horsepower to your trading, so you can become a long-term, consistent, winning trader. So this is Mark the Meerkat. Hey, just remember that trade what you see, not what you think or feel. May your winners run.